Hello, guys, and welcome to episode 4. And we're going to be talking about something very interesting. You'd probably think, oh, this is a, topic that most people speak about and we're well familiar with it, but trust me, it goes deeper than that, right? And today's topic is sugar addiction and your smile. Before we start, obviously, we have to ask the wonderful Dr. Buleni how she's doing. Dr. Buleni, can you give us an update? How have you been? And are you well?
Hi everyone, I'm well. Exhausted, but well. We thank God. Hope everyone is
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
well
no,
and hopefully they've been taking good care of your teeth, including yourself and the baby. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I've been. Trust me. Ever since that example you made about the flossing, if you guys don't know anything about that example, I recommend you watch the previous episode because Dr. Buleni said something that'll shock you, right? So I'm not gonna spoil it. You guys need to watch that episode, and I promise you that when you watch it, you'll definitely floss every single day and will not forget. So thank you for that one, Dr. Buleni. I think that motivated me to floss for the rest of my life. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment. And most importantly, share it with people who you think, will benefit off of this and, people you think need to hear this message because we're all about pushing dental health and educating people on it. Dr. Buleni lives and dies by that. So trust me, that is our mission. And we hope you enjoy this episode. So, Dr. Buleni, I'm going to start asking you questions now. And the first one is, we all know how bad sugar is for your teeth, right? But how bad is it really? And are we eating a lot of sugar more than we think we actually are, or is it not as bad as people say?
It's terrible. It is terrible. We most of the things we consume have sugar because including our 100% fruit juices, they are concentrated with
Mm,
sugar. Um,
mm,
you know, tomato sauce has sugar. Um, Sometimes when you buy the food, they'll even with our what's this? The beetroot salads at the shops, they have sugar.
mm.
The sports drink, you'd be like, no, it's just Energade or it's just this. It's for energy for me to exercise, but they are highly concentrated with sugar. The granola bars, we're all about healthy eating, but those granola bars are highly concentrated with sugar. The dried fruits, I mean, the gummy vitamins. Yes, they are vitamins, but because they're gummy, we tend to chew on them and they stick on the teeth, and they're highly concentrated with sugar. The cough syrups have
Wow.
sugar. Yes. Yeah. And sometimes the so-called healthy juices or smoothies have high concentration of sugar, you know, and obviously some flavored water, sparkling water. We'll say, no, I'm only taking kombucha, it's it's healthy, but it also affects the teeth because it's high concentrated with sugar. Some barbecue sauces, sweet chili sauces, quite a number of condiments I can
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that it seems like everything has sugar, honestly,
Yeah,
which already says,
most of the
it.
things have sugar, and mostly of the refined carbohydrates, they 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 convert quickly to become acids when they get to be combined with the bacteria in the mouth. Immediately
Oh,
they
really?
yeah. So it's not only the normal sugar, the actual sugar that you can see, like the sweets and the chocolates and the fizzy drinks, the carbohydrates, for an example, the snacks, the Zimba chips you're eating, because it's refined carbohydrates, immediately they're in contact with the bacteria in the mouth, they convert to acid quicker. So a person would be like, no, but I'm not eating a lot of sweets. but they're eating quite a number of or increase the volume of refined carbohydrates. Your instant porridge, your instant this, your instant that, that's refined
Mm.
carbohydrates for you. So that is sugar in itself because immediately it interacts with the bacteria in the mouth. It gets converted to acid. I mean to acid and sugar. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give us like a rundown as to like what immediately what happens when the sugar sort of like lands on your teeth or something? I mean, we all know what it does to your like glucose level, but like to your teeth, like what really happens immediately?
Um, Simplest way. Sugar, okay, sugar, normal bacteria, because with the mouth we have our normal bacteria. Immediately they combine. When they combine, they form acid.
Mm.
Carbohydrates and the bacteria, when they combine, they form acid. So we can say sugar, but you also need to look at the combined acid. So you just look at those circles combining, then they just form that bond, you know. And I think
Yeah.
that's the simplest way
So
I can explain. I can explain it, yeah.
yeah, nah, I get you. I
Yeah.
get you because I think once people understand that it converts to acid, then we all know what acid does,
Yeah.
and it basically eats away anything it's in front of. So basically, it's the same thing is happening to your teeth. So, like, do you have any comments towards um basically like sodas that'll say zero sugar and all of that? I mean, we all know they still have sweeteners. So for people who are like, yes, so it doesn't have any, you know, sugar. It's a Coke Zero or whatever zero. What do you have to say to those people? And is it still ruining their teeth or is it a safer option?
Uh, there's still some form of sugar there, you know, or some artificial sweetener, refined sugar as well. There. So I would say the best alternative for the sugary drinks would be water. Water without anything, without any flavorants or additives, that you can add. Yeah.
Mm. And that does sugar only affect the teeth or does it have a part to play in affecting your gums as well?
Okay. So sugar combined with the bacteria in the mouth, we call it the normal biofilm. You know, because we all have our normal biofilm, such that when you are
Yeah,
while you are fasting as well, we would say continue to brush your teeth because the body continues to produce its normal bacteria. Okay, so what happens is that sugar or acidic drinks or refined carbohydrates, they will feed on the normal bacteria they combine, and then obviously that biofilm is mostly on the normal plaque that you have on your mouth. Plaque develops after certain hours in your mouth. Whether you've ate something or not, it will develop because you are living. It just shows that you are a human being and you are alive. So as much as it develops with the normal, then it feeds on the bacteria. The bacteria, I mean, feeds with the sugar. Then they will cause irritations on the gums because obviously the plaque is more on the gum area. Then you'll have some irritation there, some
yeah.
swelling, some bleeding, some odor as well.
Mm.
Yeah, obviously, and
Yeah,
then
no, that makes sense.
if it's
So
yeah,
since
if it's not taken care of, then leads to bleeding and gum problems. Yeah.
mm, I want to go back to the conversion of acidity.
Mhm.
So is it safe to say Like you said on previous episodes, when we were talking about like basically pregnant women and dental health when it comes to vomiting, when they have morning sickness and all of that, and how like basically it's bad for your teeth because of the acidity. So since the sugar converts to like acid, would you then say it's also not the best thing to brush your teeth immediately after eating sugar?
Absolutely. It's not the best thing to do. And like I mentioned in the previous episodes, containing brushing your teeth immediately, uh, the best thing would be to drink water afterwards. Let's say I was eating a sweet or a chocolate or a snack. Afterwards, just drink water just to neutralize the acids in your mouth. And do
Mm,
not brush immediately because your enamel was just under attack. Just remember, immediately you eat sugar or carbohydrate, and once they combine with the saliva or the bacteria in the mouth, immediately they convert um, to acid, and then the acid attacks the teeth. So the best thing, drink water and don't brush your teeth. Wait for 30 minutes to then brush your teeth. And another thing is
mm,
that it's not about how much chocolate you or how much sweet you take. It's about the time you take to consume. Let's say for me to eat
uh,
a sweet takes me like 5 minutes. I'm done with the sweet. You remember that
mm,
in the previous videos we spoke about the pH dropping. So if your pH
yeah.
drops for more than 20 minutes, then that's when the demineralization starts. That's when the attack of the enamel starts. So now, if you're eating for 5 minutes and then you drink water, and then you rinse off the sugar or the acid, then the pH goes to normal immediately, or you use a mouthwash, then it goes back to normal immediately. However, if you took longer, I know some people who have a chocolate sweet in the morning because they don't want to eat proper food. Lunchtime they're having sweets again, or tea break 10 sweets again. Uh, they just leave it on their cheeks on the sides and they put it right there. Then they leave it there, just to give them energy. Lunchtime, it's
Mm,
another sweet. Uh, Another tea break at 3, you have another sweet. Come dessert in the evening. Come the evening when you're eating your dinner, then you have dessert as well. So you are exposing your teeth to a lower pH, an acidic pH, meaning they are more susceptible to caries or acid attack because of the frequency of eating the sweets. So you'll find that those people don't really eat much food, but they eat a lot of sweets and the teeth are affected. And then you find people who who eat a large number of sweets, but in a shorter period of time. Those people, their teeth are fine, but their body takes a toll. They gain weight because they'll probably eat
mm,
the whole bar of chocolate in one sitting. Like in 5 minutes, they're done with it. And you take a block of chocolate and you take 30 minutes with it. You just you let it simmer in your mouth and marinate, and because you just like that feeling of the taste of chocolate or sweet in your mouth. So yeah,
yeah.
it's all about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that makes sense actually. This is like the last question, but it's more like it's still based on the acid topic side of things, even though it's not really about sugar, right? Because when you mentioned acid, I thought of okay, so let's say you're not taking any sugar, right, which is almost nearly impossible, but let's say like maybe you don't like sweet things or whatever. Um, but you have um gout issues, which means basically know, your your acidity is high, right, in terms of your blood levels, right? So does that in any way affect your teeth, even though you're not taking sugar, but just because you like your pH? leans more towards the acid
Acid
side of things,
more than
like the
alkalinic. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Remember, if it's in the blood, the blood is connected to the bloodstream is connected all the way to the tooth. The tooth is a living organ. Hence, when it's open, you
Mm,
feel the pain, you feel the pulsation, the extreme pain because it is living. It has blood vessels, it has nerves.
mm,
Yeah.
makes sense. So you can basically say, um, I think that one would sound even more dangerous because it would sound like, okay, since it's in the blood and your gums do have blood, we could say it even damages your teeth from the inside rather than outside, right?
Yes, and your gums, it affects your bone as well. You know,
Mm,
the bone around the teeth, the bone that holds the teeth itself. Yeah. So it affects the
yeah,
surrounding structure of the full structure of the mouth, including the teeth. Yeah.
yeah. No, thank you so much. Today's episode is very short and we hope you guys learned a lot. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share with someone who you think this will help, which is basically everyone, because everyone needs dental health education. Not many people are pushing dental health education, but we're on a mission to do so. So thank you so much, Dr. Buleni. See you on the next episode, and can't wait to talk about the next thing.
Awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for keeping up until the end of the video. Please subscribe and share this channel on your WhatsApp statuses, with people you like. And the ones you don't like, don't share. Let them suffer in silence. I'm joking. Yeah, please share. Please share. I'm here to educate. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.